Everyone, how's it going? So we're just going to do a little meditation to take a little pause at some point in your day, either in the morning, the afternoon, or the evening, whenever you need it. So just find yourself in a nice comfortable position. You can sit yourself onto a cushion or a bolster. You can even sit onto a chair. Sit right up to the edge of the chair, have your feet flat onto the ground. Try not to tip to one side or the other. Feel a sense of evenness through both sitting bones. So you can take a little moment just to shift back and forth and side to side, just to find that comfortable position. The legs can be further out in front. Allow your ribs to gently soften inwards, the shoulders to relax down away from the ears, broadening of the collarbone. So you just feel a sense of opening out. Allow the elbows to be quite soft and the hands to be just resting, palms face up onto the thighs. Feel the crown of the head reaching towards the sky. The chin slightly tucks in and the back of the neck is long. Just allow yourself to close the eyes and start to notice yourself here in this space. Notice how you've arrived, how you are feeling in your body today. Noticing what it feels like to be in your body today. Noticing this position you've chosen. See if you can maybe soften a little bit deeper into it. Allowing the breath to deepen into the lower space of your belly, the place just beneath the belly button and above the pubic bone. Paying close attention to the sensation of the out-breath. See if you can imagine the out-breath moving all the way down the back line of your body towards your sitting bones, so you grow a little bit heavier into your sitting bones. Feel them lengthening downwards. The lower back settles and grounds. So you breathe right in down to the lower part of your belly. And you breathe down the back line of the body. Feel the sensation as though the breath rises up from the lower part of your belly through the front part of the body, all the way towards the head, and then the breath moves down the back line of the body towards the sitting bones, towards your lower back. Allow yourself to just watch this circular pattern of breathing. So breathing up the front and down the back, up the front and down the back. Meditation really is just a type of sitting in stillness. But it's a very special type of sitting in stillness. One in which we allow our attention to be as much as possible on the present moment. This can be challenging because the mind is kind of untrained for that kind of attention. We allow our thoughts to wander and roam like a wild horse, they say in Eastern philosophy, or a chattering monkey. So it is this process of just beginning to train the mind. Train the mind to be a little bit more focused on the here and now. This is especially important in times of uncertainty, anxiety, where it's so easy to get pulled down the rabbit hole of worry, of anxiousness, of the what ifs, the hows. Okay. Breathe into the center of your chest. Imagine you're breathing into the heart. They say that when we focus our breath into the center space of the chest, it gives us a more optimal type of breath. So one in which we are fully able to oxygenate every cell in the body. And it's the heart's work to do that. So you breathe into the lungs fully, into the heart space. And then the heart is able to fuel the body with the nourishment that it needs from that oxygenated blood into the rest of the body. Notice if your body is holding any tension unnecessarily. Begin from the feet, relaxing them completely, ankles, shins, softening them, the calf muscles, the knees, the thighs, front and back. Soften the hips, fronts of the hip flexors. Soften the lower belly. Soften the lower back. Relax the ribs. Soften the collarbone. Allow the shoulder blades to slide a little bit lower down the back. Relax the arms, front and back. Relax the fingers from the thumb to the little finger. Relax your throat. Relax the back of the neck, make sure it's not reaching forward. Soften your jaw. Relax the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Allow the eyeballs to soften into their sockets a little bit deeper so that you can soften the eyelids. Relax the space in between the eyebrows, the forehead. Try to imagine softening, relaxing the skin across the skull. And draw your attention back to the breath. Notice how it's moving through the body now. Has it changed? What happened when you moved your attention away from the breath and onto the body? Did the breath remain calm? Notice how when we move our attention away from the breath, and when the body is completely relaxed, the breath has a soft and natural flow. Bring to mind something that you feel grateful for, because there is always something to feel grateful for. And then don't just think about it, but think about the reasons why. So for example, if you are grateful for your health, think about the reasons why. It gives you the ability to move freely through the world with a sense of ease, without worry. Notice the feeling and where you feel it in the body when you think about how grateful you are for the thing that you are grateful for. And if you can, imagine that feeling expanding into the whole of your body. So that the energy of your gratefulness expands. And if you can, imagine your gratefulness expanding outwards into the room that you are in, into the spaces of your home that you share with other people, your family perhaps. Expanding that gratefulness towards them. Allow your gratefulness to expand into the country you live in, into all the people who make up the country you live in, to make up your life, your community. We all are here for one another. And expanding your gratefulness outwards into the entire world, so that we recognize that we are a global community. Everything we do affects one another. Even the simple intention of our gratefulness has an effect that ripples outwards into the whole of the world. back to the breath. Begin to deepen the breath now. Taking a few deeper than normal inhales. Gently wiggle the fingers. Start to open the eyes, allowing the light back in. Coming back to this space. If you feel like you need to, stretching the legs out. Gather the palms to touch. And gently give yourself a little bow of gratitude. Thanking yourself for taking the time to create a pause in your day for you. And I thank you so much for joining me